There are seasons when the world seems to breathe differently, when invisible currents begin to move beneath ordinary days, quietly rearranging destinies, opportunities, and even the weight of coins in our pockets. Spring is always one of those sacred turning points. After the long emotional winter, the universe softens, opens doors that looked sealed, and whispers to certain zodiac signs, now is your time to receive. Not to chase, not to struggle, not to beg for recognition, but to finally feel that mysterious moment when money flows naturally toward those who are ready to hold it without fear. Financial luck is never only about numbers. It is about courage, timing, intuition, and the quiet inner permission to live better than before. This spring carries a rare alignment of planetary energies connected with renewal, value, and material growth. Some people will suddenly remember forgotten talents. Others will meet the right person at the exact second when one conversation can change everything. And a few chosen signs will feel something even more magical, the sensation that abundance is no longer far away, but already standing beside them, waiting to be welcomed. I have watched the sky carefully, like an old storyteller reading symbols written in light. 7 signs glow brighter than the others in the financial sphere of this spring. Their paths are different. One will earn through creativity, another through bold risk, another through patience that finally pays off. But all of them share one secret this spring: they will stop doubting their own worth. And the moment self-doubt disappears, money begins to move closer, almost magnetically. If your sign is among them, do not treat this as simple luck. Treat it as a responsibility. Because large money never comes only to decorate life, it comes to transform it. And transformation always begins inside the heart. Taurus. For Taurus, spring opens like a heavy door that required years of quiet pushing. Nothing in your financial story has been accidental. The slow progress, the delays, the feeling that others move faster, these were hidden lessons in endurance. And now endurance becomes your greatest capital. Money will come to Taurus not through sudden miracles, but through something much more powerful: stability that turns into growth. Projects started long ago may finally bring visible profit. Work that once felt underappreciated begins to receive recognition, and with recognition comes fair payment. Some Taurus natives may even face an unfamiliar but beautiful situation, being offered more than they expected, simply because others finally see their real value. This spring also carries an important emotional shift. Taurus will stop being afraid of too much. Deep inside, you sometimes believe comfort must be earned through exhaustion. The stars gently correct this belief. Ease is allowed. Wealth without suffering is possible. And once you accept this truth, financial doors open faster. Pay attention to opportunities connected with land, beauty, food, design, and anything that creates physical comfort. These areas glow with quiet golden light around you. One wise decision made in April or May can influence your income for years ahead. Gemini. Gemini enters spring like a messenger carrying invisible keys. Your power this season is not effort, it is connection. Conversations, messages, unexpected meetings, and even casual online exchanges may become the bridge between where you are and where real financial growth begins. Money for Gemini will move quickly, almost playfully. One idea leads to another. One contact introduces the next, and suddenly a chain of opportunities forms. The important thing is to trust movement instead of overthinking it. When Gemini hesitates too long, magic pauses. When Gemini acts lightly but confidently, the universe accelerates events in astonishing ways. There is also a strong sign of multiple income streams. Instead of one heavy source of money, several smaller rivers begin to flow toward you. Together, they create surprising stability. Something you once considered only a hobby may quietly transform into profit. Emotionally, this spring teaches Gemini to value their own voice. Your words, spoken, written, shared, carry financial energy now. Do not hide them. The more honestly you express yourself, the more generously the world responds. Leo. For Leo, spring feels like sunrise after a long night of silent preparation. You were never meant to live small, but recent months may have forced you to question your direction, your worth, even your dreams. The universe allowed this pause only to rebuild your confidence on stronger ground. Financially, Leo steps into a period of visible expansion. Promotions, leadership roles, public recognition, or successful personal projects become highly possible. Money arrives where courage meets visibility. The more bravely you show your talents, the faster abundance responds. Hiding is the only real danger now. There is also a beautiful karmic return around generosity. Many Leos have given support, warmth, or protection to others without immediate reward. This spring, life begins to repay those invisible debts. Help may come from unexpected directions, sometimes from people you barely remember inspiring. One important warning from the stars: spend with dignity, not impulse. True wealth for Leo this season is not loud luxury but sustainable power. Investments in education, long-term projects, or personal brand will multiply far more than emotional purchases. By the end of spring, Leo may suddenly realize something profound. The future they once imagined is no longer a dream. It is already beginning. Virgo. For Virgo, money this spring grows from something deeply familiar: precision, discipline, and quiet mastery. You are the sign that works even when no one is watching, improves systems others ignore, and notices value where the world sees routine. And now this invisible devotion begins to return visible results. Spring brings Virgo a powerful chance to stabilize and increase income at the same time. A new responsibility, upgraded position, or refined professional direction may appear. At first, it can feel like just more work, but behind it hides long-term financial security. Accept growth even if it looks modest in the beginning. Virgo's wealth always builds steadily, and once built, it rarely disappears. There is also a strong indication of smart financial decisions. You may review expenses, restructure debts, or finally start saving in a way that truly works. One practical step taken in April could protect your future for many years. Emotionally, the most important lesson is simple: you no longer need to prove your worth through exhaustion. When Virgo allows life to become slightly easier, money begins to flow more naturally. Scorpio. Scorpio's financial spring feels like rebirth after silence. You have walked through uncertainty, closed chapters, and emotional transformations that few people truly understand. But Scorpio is the sign that turns endings into power, and now that inner power begins to attract material reward. Money may come from unexpected or hidden sources: a delayed payment, an old investment, support from a partner, or an opportunity connected to something you nearly abandoned. What once seemed lost may suddenly return in a new, more profitable form. This is also a season of bold but intuitive decisions. Scorpio will feel when to act and when to wait. Trust this instinct completely. Logical advice from others may sound convincing, but your inner voice is the true compass of wealth right now. There is transformation not only in income, but in attitude. Scorpio stops fearing loss, and the moment fear disappears, financial energy begins to move toward you with surprising speed. By late spring, you may realize that stability is no longer fragile, it is becoming permanent. Capricorn. For Capricorn, this spring is not luck, it is reward. You are the sign that carries responsibility longer than anyone else, climbs slowly, and keeps moving even when tired. The universe has been watching this silent endurance, and now comes a season when effort finally converts into tangible financial growth. Career expansion is strongly highlighted. Promotions, authority, successful negotiations, or the launch of something personal can significantly increase income. What matters most is confidence in your right to receive more. Capricorn sometimes underestimates how much they truly deserve. This spring corrects that imbalance. There is also potential for long-term investments: property, business development, education, or strategic savings. Money that arrives now is meant to stay and multiply, not disappear. Think in years, not weeks. Every wise step strengthens your future foundation. Emotionally, a quiet pride awakens inside you. Not loud, not boastful, just the calm understanding: I did this. I built this life. And that inner recognition becomes the strongest magnet for even greater prosperity. Pisces. Pisces enters a financial season that feels almost magical. For a long time, money may have seemed distant, unstable, or connected to sacrifice. But spring brings a completely different energy: gentle attraction instead of struggle. Opportunities appear through creativity, intuition, compassion, or talents you once considered impractical. Art, healing, communication, imagination, and emotional intelligence become real financial instruments. What Pisces feels deeply can now become something that also supports them materially. There is a beautiful sign of help arriving at the right moment. A person, offer, or coincidence may open a door you could not open alone. Accept support without guilt. This is not weakness, it is alignment with destiny. Most importantly, Pisces begins to believe in abundance again, and belief changes everything. When Pisces stops expecting loss, the universe stops sending it. In its place comes quiet, steady financial light, soft at first, but growing brighter with every passing week of spring. Final whisper of the stars. These 7 signs, Taurus, Gemini, Leo, Virgo, Scorpio, Capricorn, and Pisces, are touched by a rare financial current this spring. Some will receive quickly, others gradually, but all are entering a season where money responds to inner readiness. If your sign is here, remember, wealth is not only what you hold in your hands, it is what you finally allow yourself to receive. And this spring, you are allowed much more than before.